For 10 years since her daughter got married, the mother had always spent Christmas alone, because every time her daughter decided by drawing lots whether to spend it at her parents' home or at her in-laws. Today she went to the market early to prepare all the dishes her daughter's family loved. However, when she returned home, her daughter told her they were going to the in-laws for the holiday. The mother pleaded desperately for her daughter to spend this Christmas with her. To her surprise, her daughter turned and brought out the lottery tube, saying they would still decide as before by drawing lots where to celebrate. As expected, the lot fell on the in-laws' house again. The next moment her daughter left with all the gifts she had carefully bought, leaving her alone at home eating a cold, lonely meal. At that moment, the woman accidentally knocked over the lottery tube. When she picked it up, she noticed something was wrong. Every single lot inside was labeled for the in-laws. Only then did she finally understand. For 10 years her daughter had been going to the in-laws willingly, never once considering her own mother who paid for everything. Meanwhile, her daughter's mother called to boast. Her daughter had sent expensive health supplements and a massage chair, along with a lot of lavish meals. Compared to that, her own home seemed so meager. Unable to bear it any longer, the woman confronted her daughter about secretly spending money on the in-laws. Unexpectedly, her daughter shrugged it off, saying she was just being moody. She could always come back earlier today if she wanted. Then, without waiting for a reply, she hung up. The woman could not believe she had spent 10 years selflessly caring for her daughter's family, even using her retirement funds to support their household, only to end up old and alone. Since her daughter had never valued her, she realized she no longer needed to hold any expectations for them. Meanwhile, the family group chat was filled with holiday celebrations. Her daughter noticed her mother hadn't sent a red envelope. She sent a message asking if her mother was being petty. Her son-in-law stirred the pot, saying her mother-in-law was being unreasonable. Even the small amount of money during the holidays had to be withheld. Then her daughter posted in the group saying her mother was being petty toward the younger generation, not giving a red envelope during the holiday to make everyone happy. Relatives who liked drama joined in condemning the woman. Seeing her years of devoted care reduced to being criticized over one small envelope, she realized this child didn't deserve a single cent from her. At that moment, her heart turned to stone. She immediately called to cancel the retirement card she had given her daughter. The next day, she packed her bags and prepared to leave the house. She had spent 10 years giving up everything to support her daughter's family. Since her daughter got married, not a single word of thanks had come, only blame. Such family she realized she did not need. As she prepared to leave, she ran into her daughter's family returning home. As soon as they entered the door, they scolded her for being stingy, claiming the mother-in-law was thoughtful and had brought gifts. The mother calmly said they would never need to come again. She would move out and live on her own. Her daughter immediately scolded her for being moody again. She had already come back. What more did she want? The mother felt a sharp sting of irony. Christmas was already over and now she returned too late. Yet her daughter said it wasn't a big deal. It was just buying some gifts and spending a little money. She would repay it anyway. And besides, didn't she already get $2,000 a month for retirement? The woman could not believe her daughter thought of her this way. Since that was the case, she decided to make the accountings clear. Every month for mortgage, car loans, children's tuition, and living expenses, which one wasn't paid from her retirement funds? Her daughter snapped, saying that because she gave birth she had to provide for her. This shattered the mother's last hope. Without hesitation, she left the house. Going downstairs, she noticed an advertisement for a luxury trip. It was then she realized she had spent half her life for her daughter, and never once lived for herself. This time she vowed to live for herself. Unexpectedly, while signing up for the luxury trip, she ran into a college senior who had secretly admired her. Back when she was a highly respected professor, he was already a successful academic. They had not met since she retired early to care for her children. As they talked happily, relatives learned she had left home. They all sent messages criticizing her, telling her not to disturb the family over trivial matters. The senior noticed her sadness and suggested they travel together to clear their minds. They went to the mall to pick out suitable clothes, while the senior went to the restroom. The woman ran into her daughter's mother-in-law, who was also shopping. At first sight, she boasted that her daughter insisted on bringing her mother-in-law. The woman ignored her and focused on looking at clothes. Then her daughter's family arrived. The mother-in-law complained that the woman was giving her the cold shoulder. Her daughter immediately told her to apologize to her mother-in-law, but the woman said she had no time to deal with their nonsense. She asked the clerk to wrap up the clothes for her. Her daughter argued that a housewife didn't deserve such nice clothes. She asked the clerk to bring discounted clothes over. Then she said she had already bought clothes for her. Both she and her mother-in-law now had new clothes, and the earlier argument should be forgotten. The mother angrily said she had bought tens of thousands of dollars in clothes for the mother-in-law, and only cheap items for herself. She made it clear she didn't care for the clothes. Her daughter said she was just jealous and throwing a childish tantrum. They spoke nicely, but everything they wore and used had come from her retirement funds. The daughter furiously said if she continued making a fuss, she shouldn't expect to be cared for when old. Her daughter had used her own retirement as a threat, but she no longer needed this daughter, as her daughter's family proudly tried to pay with her retirement card. Little did they know, without her they were nothing. They only heard that the transaction failed as the card had been frozen. The entire family panicked completely.